Always think safety first. Do not operate or work on your machine without reading and understanding the operator and installation manuals. Here is a list of tools you will need to remove the cartridge and replace the belt. Remove the safety railing. For safety, the safety railing can stay on until the cartridges are ready to be removed with the forklift. Remove the 4 bolts that fasten the safety railing to the platform. Set the safety railing aside at a safe distance from the work area. Remove the waterfall cover and assemblies. Remove the waterfall cover by removing the 2 pins. Remove the toolless waterfall assemblies by loosening the hand knobs. Set the assemblies off to the side. Remove the gear case and stub shaft. Remove the center plug to access the retaining bolt which holds the gear case onto the shaft. Remove the cotter pin from the torque arm. Replace the center plug to help retain the gear oil in the gear case. Slide the gear case out just far enough to access the stub shaft bolts. Remove the 4 bolts and again leave the stub shaft in the gear case to retain the oil in the gear case. Leave the gear case hanging on the torque arm. Reinsert the cotter pin so the gear case does not fall off. Remove the cartridge. Remove the 2 cartridge retaining bolts. Attach the cartridge removal tools to the forks. It is important to line up the forklift straight on with the cartridge, so you do not have to turn the wheels of the forklift, which will cause the cartridge to bind in the sill. Once there is enough clearance to install the retaining bolts and washers in the cartridge removal tool, stop the forklift and install the retaining bolts and washers. Back the cartridge out slow. If there is any binding, stop and use the side shift to relieve the binding. It is helpful to have a person on the platform to direct the forklift operator. Be careful as the cartridge gets close to dropping. Do not let it drop off the platform. Use 2 people or an overhead crane to lower the cartridge to your working surface. Detach the cartridge removal tools. Remove the belt from the cartridge. Release the tension on the belt. It is not necessary to remove both bolts on the snubber pulley retaining plate. Just loosen one and take the other one out and let the plate swing out of the way. Using a pry bar, remove the idler pulley. When removing the idler pulley, be careful to not let it drop out. Install the new belt. When installing the belt, be sure the direction arrows are pointing to the back of the spreader. Reinstall the idler pulley. You may need to align the shaft with a pair of pliers. Reinstall the snubber pulley. Reinstall the snubber retaining plate. We are not tensioning the belt here, but we do want to take the slack out of the belt before reinstalling the cartridge. Put the cartridge removal tool retaining bolts and washers in before moving the cartridge. Again, align the forklift as straight as possible to the spreader. It is very easy to get the cartridge in a bind and not be able to install it. Align the mouth of the alignment slots up with the alignment pins. Remove the cartridge removal tool retaining bolts and washers. If needed, use a pry bar to make room between the sills. You may need to use the forklift to help align the bolt holes to reinstall the retaining bolts. Tighten these bolts while holding the cartridge in place with the forklift. With the forklift out of the way, double-check that the bolts are tight. Install the stub shaft and gear case. The gear case has been removed just for video purposes. Again, leaving the stub shaft in the gear case will retain the oil in the gear case. Install the cotter pin. Reinstall the center retaining bolt in the gear case. Reinstall the center plug. Reinstall the waterfall assemblies and the cover. Tighten the hand knobs on the toolless waterfall assemblies. Reinstall the waterfall cover and the retaining pins. The waterfall assemblies have location indicators laser cut into them. When removing bin 1 cartridge, the snubber pulley will need to be removed first. The snubber pulley is located under bin 1 belt in the middle of the unit. Reinstall the safety railing. This can be done right after the cartridge has been reinstalled. Check conveyor tension and adjust as needed. The lowest part of the bin 1 conveyor belt should rest a ½ inch above the bottom of the sills. The lowest part of bin 2 conveyor belts should touch the middle of the angled surface of the chain shield.